If you're a part-time real estate agent with a full-time job, you need to start social media starting today. I'm about to explain to you the reasons why you should, how this can help you in both the short term and long term, and how you can actually take advantage of social media with your situation of working a full-time job and doing real estate part-time. There's so many agents out there right now with your exact same situation who's not even putting thought into this because they think they need what they actually don't. So this will speed run your process into making sure that does not happen to you anymore if it has. Let's get straight into it. So here's the thing. You don't need more time. You may be thinking to yourself, I don't have the time to be able to do this and do that and make these posts and, create, film, edit all this. You don't need more time. What you actually need is leverage. There's no better way right now. There's no better opportunity to create that leverage other than to use social media. Every other lead source that you may be thinking of is going to require you to trade time for business over and over again. And just doing some logical thinking here, with you working full time and doing real estate part time, I don't think that will work to your favor. There's not any amount of cold calling that you can do. There's not any amount of open houses that you can do. There's not any amount of networking events that you can do. Don't even get me started on the door knocking. Ridiculous. All right. Now, when it comes to these other things that you may be thinking about doing to help your business, right? Or all these things that everybody else is telling you to do to help your business, it simply just won't work because you do have that lack of time. So you have to understand that you need leverage. And how do you get leverage? Well, let's think about it in the term of the 1,000 people theory. What is the most effective and quickest way for a busy person like you just to reach 1,000 people, just to get in front of 1,000 people, talk to 1,000 people, offer your service to 1,000 people? And when we break this down by time and effectiveness per person, it starts to really expose what the numbers actually are. It starts to really put things in perspective for you. So let me show you something here. When it comes to cold calling, you'll need about 100 hours. That's the minimum, by the way, 100 hours just to reach 1,000 people. And the effectiveness per person is medium. Now, that is if you are actually good at cold calling, if you've actually put in the time and the effort to learn that skill of cold calling. That's only if you aren't that great at it or you haven't done it in a while, then that effectiveness level goes down to low, sometimes even extremely low. 100 plus hours just to reach 1,000 people, and it's not even guaranteed that you'll get anything from it. That's insane. When it comes to door knocking, that takes about 500 plus hours. That's if you are quick on the feet. That's if you have a plan going into it. But that's just a ridiculous amount of time just to reach 1,000 people alone. The effectiveness level per person is obviously low. Door knocking success is just hand in hand extremely low. That should be the absolute last option that you should be going with or even thinking about if you're working full time and doing this part time, just because there are way better options and there are literally way more better ways to go about this in terms of getting leads and clients from your work. When we think about open houses, putting in all that effort to host an open house, that alone takes about 200 plus hours, and the effectiveness level is low to medium. And I will even go as far as to say this might even take you 500 plus hours, being that you are working full time, most likely throughout the week, and your only availability at that point would be weekends, right? And so this will probably take even more than 200 plus hours. And this is just to reach 1,000 people, guys. This is insane. When it comes to effectiveness per person, that's low to medium. Obviously, it just depends who walks through the door. But even then, it's no guarantee that they will become a client after that because, there's all these other factors that take place. When we think about referrals and networking events, that's 100 plus hours just to reach or meet 1,000 people. Effectiveness per person is medium. Now, when we think about video content and social media, that is literally undefined. You can reach 1,000 people within 5 minutes. It can take you 24 hours. It can take you a week. It really just depends on the type of video and how well the algorithm is working towards your advantage. But because it's undefined and you can reach 1,000 people way quicker, way more effectively, and at a much higher volume, because unlike these others, you can do this multiple times a day, pretty much without consequence. You can post 10 videos a day if you wanted to, and each of those videos has the chance to reach 1,000 people. Do the math on that. It's crazy numbers. And given that your videos and page and everything else is set up right, and you have trained the algorithm to reward you in these ways, the effectiveness per person is extremely high. Not only at that point are you targeting people that you couldn't have targeted with cold calling, door knocking, open houses, referral, and networking, but you are doing it again at a very high volume if you want. And that's just to reach 1,000 people. We're not talking about if a video gets 20,000 views. At that point, the numbers are even bigger, right? What I'm saying is you can reach at least 1,000 people in the most effective way possible with social media. That's the best route to go if you are looking for more business without necessarily trading your time for it all the time. Now, if you're still worried about having time to do this, I need you to understand that your time, your limited time, is actually your advantage here. You may be saying to yourself, what are you talking about? How is my limited time an advantage? Everybody else has all the time in the world to do this and actually work on the real estate business, putting every fiber of their being into this one thing. Why am I at an advantage when I have less time to do so? I'm about to explain. When you're free from work, right, and you know you have to prospect or try to get leads because this is your side hustle, your focus, your intense focus can literally be set on just optimizing social media. When focused on that one lane and putting brute force effort into that one thing over and over again, it not only speeds up that process in which you see the results from your work, but it also forces you in turn to get better. If you, compared to everybody else, is focused on just optimizing social media to try to get better every single day, you will get better. More stuff will come from that. More clients will come your way just because you did that one thing. Now, why exactly am I telling you this? Where am I getting with this? Let me connect the dots for you. Boredom is dangerous, right? Boredom is dangerous. There's down times for every real estate agent. And when it happens, people like to scatter. They kind of need to feel that busyness or else they feel like they aren't doing much. So when they have the need to feel busy all the time, their schedule ends up looking something like this. In the morning, do some cold calling, some circle prospecting, some FSBO calls, expired listings, door knocking, open house prep, CRM follow-up, text old leads, send emails, coffee meetings, networking events. Here comes afternoon time, do some social media posting here and there, reply to comments, run Facebook ads, create flyers, mailers, pop buys, ask for referrals, host broker opens, follow-up calls, come evening time, do an open house maybe, chamber of commerce, community event, client dinner, networking mixer, and repeat tomorrow. Why? When you feel the need to do a little bit of everything, right? Then everything will stay at a little amount, little time, little skills, little results, little everything when you're focused on every little thing. When you're focused on your job throughout the day, you don't have space nor time for every single thing, right? Especially if you have a family as well. You get home from work and things are just scattered already. You simply just don't have the time or the effort to put towards all these little other things that everybody else is doing. You do not have to worry about the need to feel busy because you're already always busy. And therefore, when you catch some downtime, you can focus. You can focus better, you can focus more, and you can put more effort into the stuff that actually matters without having to feel always scattered. While everybody is doing this and that, going that way and this way, you are focused on one lane and therefore passing everybody else up in that one thing just because that's the only thing you're focused on. Everybody else is trying to pour into 20 different buckets every single day, and none of those buckets are getting filled. None of them. Where does that get them? Where does that get you? Well, I think that you would be at a much better advantage just because you decided to focus. Your limited time is your advantage. Use it to your advantage. So here's a mini actionable step that you can actually take today if you haven't started social media just yet, or if you've maybe tried it in the past and you just haven't done it in a while. Here's something that you can do, simple, very simple, that makes you claim the identity before actually becoming it. So all you're going to do is just set your profile up. Set your profile up, and so every time you open social media, you are exactly who you say you want to become. Every time you want to post on social media, people see you exactly for what you want to become. Profile pic, very simple, regular selfie. Don't overdo this. Don't overthink it. It doesn't need to be a high production shot or a professional headshot. No, a selfie is fine. That's more personable anyway. Your display name is going to be your first name. It's going to be that line dash, and it's going to be your city, realtor, your city, real estate agent. That display name is very simple, very easy to do. It's thought over a lot, but I guarantee it's something that will help you move that needle forward with everybody who sees your content from here on out. Your bio, your first line is going to say, I help blank. I help first-time home buyers. I help sellers. I help buyers and sellers. I help relocators. I help you. You can put the word you, doesn't matter. I help somebody blank find their dream home in blank city. That is you further claiming that identity of what exactly you do, who you are, and that right there will set you apart right off bat just by claiming what you do and who you are. Then the second line is just going to be a simple call to action. DM me the word blank for more information, for more property info. DM me blank for more property details. DM me blank to work with me. That's all you have to do just to start claiming that identity. And I guarantee once you do that, you'll feel the need to walk into that new life, that new direction of saying, I will take advantage of this new social media gold rush that everybody seems to be missing. And this is your start of taking advantage of your situation, but also the opportunity. So if you're somebody with a full-time job, somebody who's consistently busy outside of real estate, somebody with a family that you need to tend to all the time, look, you don't need more time. What you need is leverage. And I hope this gave you a new perspective in order to get that leverage. And more importantly, I hope you take the actionable steps to take advantage of this and actually walk into your new identity of saying, this is now. I have no more excuses. I can literally figure everything else out from here because time was my number one issue. As always, if you do want to work with me and join the community of agents taking the same actionable steps to making social media their number one lead source, the chill way, I will leave that link down below in the description. Y'all make sure to show some love to this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm dropping bangers after bangers every single day right now. Not sure how long this will last, but I'm trying to stay consistent with every single day uploads as of right now at the time of this video being posted. Anyway, I know time is valuable. I will see y'all very, very soon.